What's up guys, it's Kristen here today with my kinda sorta maybe we'll see how things go March TBR. So I haven't done a TBR for the past couple months, which is actually very unlike me. I love making TBRs usually, but I've been feeling a little bit slumpish. Not that I'm not reading at all, I just haven't been reading as much and kind of having to push myself to pick up a book, you know, just put away the Netflix, and I don't even have an excuse that some amazing new show that I've been binging through, it's season 2 of Grey's Anatomy. Anyways, I have no idea why, but not making TBRs has kind of helped to take away some of the pressure so that it doesn't turn into a full-on slump. Now I feel like I'm slowly starting to come out of it and come back to normal, but not 100%, so I'm going to show some of the books that I 100% will be reading, other ones that I probably most likely will get to, and then a couple more that are more maybe, probably not, but we'll see. So the first book that I will definitely be reading in March is The Return of the King, obviously the third book in the Lord of the Rings, because I have been doing a buddy read with this since December when we started with The Hobbit, with Adam from Mementomori, Lisa from Liken Books, and Kathleen Ann, so we will obviously be finishing this off in the month of March. I can't even believe I'm saying that I finally read the trilogy. It's been so many years, I can't even count, that I've been meaning to read it. I've said before, these are the most intimidating books on my TBR, not because of their length or anything like that, even though now looking at Return of the King, I realize it's quite a bit longer than the previous two books. I'm also kind of sad now, though, that it's going to be finished because I've been having so much fun reading and discussing it with them. The other book is one that I've already started. It's actually an audiobook, and it is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I did not plan on actually picking up this book because I'd read the first 2 books in the Grisha trilogy a few years ago, and I thought the first book was pretty good. Obviously, I went on to the next book, but the second book just absolutely murdered a certain character, and I don't even think I actually finished it because I was so angry, and I swore I would never read another Leigh Bardugo book. She was blacklisted. Then obviously everyone's been obsessed with Six of Crows and saying that it's even better. One thing I did really love about the books was the Grisha world, and then I was watching Mel from BooksWithWings was talking about her favorite audiobooks, and that was one of them, so I decided to check it out, and so far I am absolutely loving it. Now a couple that I will most likely get to. The first is The Trial by Franz Kafka. If you watched my Try a Chapter tag, the Classics edition, this was my choice, and I am very excited to read it. It is about a man who is arrested, but he is never told the reason why, and obviously the first chapter very much grabbed my attention. Of course, being a classic, it is really going up against my reading slump. So the other book that I will most likely get to is Jihadi John, The Making of a Terrorist by Robert Verkaik. I've already read the introduction to this one, and that's part of the reason why I'm not feeling it that much, because I wasn't in love with the introduction. The writing style was not the greatest, but of course the topic interests me a lot. Author Robert Verkaik is a journalist, and he realized when the Jihadi John beheadings were going on, when they finally uncovered who the man really was, Mohammed Emwazi, that he had already interviewed him several years before, and that obviously there weren't any red flags that he was gonna be a terrorist. I'm assuming that throughout the book, Verkaik is gonna go through and examine how someone like Emwazi or other people become radicalized. Finally, now for the last couple of maybe we'll see kind of books, I have Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay. Obviously very hyped up here on BookTube. I was sent this by the publisher almost a year ago now, and it's just been sitting on my TBR shelf, staring me down, and I can't explain why, that no matter how much praise I hear about this book from many people who have very similar tastes that I do, that I cannot get excited about this book. Even to this point, I'm kind of just forcing myself to pick it up so I don't have to look at it sitting there any longer. And the last book, though, is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. I really want to read it, but I'm telling myself that I'm not allowed to, and it is the second book in the Neapolitan novels. Spoiler alert for my February wrap-up, I read the first book, obviously, and completely fell in love with it, and it ends on a complete cliffhanger, and I was like, I need the second book right away. But at the same time, I very much want to savor the books and enjoy them, because obviously I'm going to be so sad when I finish the series, and of course, as usual, there's other books sitting on my TBR shelf for much longer that I need to get to first, but we will see how I hold out with this one. So that is it for my very tentative March TBR, and of course, as usual, I'd love to hear from you guys if you have read any of these books or what you are most excited to get to in the month of March. Please leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!